Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Funhouse Adventures. Now, it's time for a little white plume. There's going to be a wizard, and we're going to have a boss fight, and somebody's going to get black razored, and it's going to be dank.
Fight.
It's going to be real dank. I'm actually okay. So I'm going to say this before the fight. This is going to be a test of the adventure mechanic balance, because I think you're just going to roll this dude. That's my opinion. I think that there's one Oni, an ogre that showed up by accident. Y'all are at pretty decent, like, you just rested, basically. I think you're going to wipe the floor with this guy.
I am taking 10-1 odds that I die again.
It's not really a fair bet, but I'm not saying I don't have confidence in Quesnef and Black Razor here, and he does have the advantage of the crazy powerful weapon, and the fact that you know, that he's got haste going for him. But I don't know. I have very low faith in the ability of one monster to be a challenge for a party of adventurers. What do you think, Dave? Resident expert mechanically. What do you think?
I don't think Onis have any special magical resistances to things like charms. So yeah, I'm not feeling good about his chances.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is probably just ask him to give us the sword, but like a real persuasive, like, and then he's just a CR 6 or whatever he is, 7, and just kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Let me become the true Lord of the Edges.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like,
okay.
It's weird because you go up to a certain point, and things can be tough on their own, but then the adventurers start getting ways of like dealing with situations, and that's when you start having to give dragons fear auras and stuff to let people take turns, and that's the way you don't win against single things.
Mm-hmm.
This guy doesn't have that. I'm just gonna take him apart.
He does have a sick-ass, cool freaking sword, though.
That's actually what it says in the adventure. Black Razor is a sick-ass, cool freaking sword. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, Black Razor is not to be fucked with.
I mean, I'm not gonna say that I read the thing, but
I'm not gonna say that I looked up Black Razor,
Adam,
but
I have an important question about
Yes.
Black Razor.
yes.
Does it have a laser sight?
Yeah, you have to roll. You roll a d8 to find out what magnification the laser sight is.
it's randomly generated.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
It has a random collection of
It's
Call
like
of Duty weapon mods
It's
attached to it.
it's like a shotgun with an 8-times scope.
Yeah,
you know?
and a silencer, double-barreled silencer. It's fine.
Double-barreled silenced sword.
Mhm.
I'm into it.
Side note to that, my friend used to have like an orc Warhammer model that had a spear in his hand, like he was gonna throw it, and there's a scope on it.
That's awesome.
It's very orky.
It is, yeah, it's true.
And then the spear has like a bomb on the end of it.
Yeah.
Or it looks like a bottle rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bottle rocket
It's
launcher.
got an interchangeable keychain hanging off the back that you get from supply drops.
Yeah, I feel it. Well, has anybody done anything exciting? Has anybody been up to anything cool? Has anybody playing any good games?
Andrew did something mean to me in a role-playing game.
I finally, I don't know, I never have spare time to watch anybody do anything, but I watched part of an episode that of Blades that y'all were playing. Is that the show?
Did you see the end of it? Did you see the end of it?
I saw you being a creepy weirdo to some guy who wanted to have sex with your character, and then tentacles.
Definitely.
I don't really remember. Yeah, I guess I didn't. No, I caught the end of the episode. But tell me how Andrew was mean to you.
It is body horror of the greatest magnitude.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah.
Look,
So
your
Andrew?
character may or may not be pregnant with the spawn of a demon.
Yeah, that's what I learned. That
Good.
is the most body horror thing that has ever happened to. I played a character who carved people's faces artistically.
It's better than doing it just for no reason at all.
The most body horror thing that has ever happened to a character.
So that Blades game is going well.
Yes, very much so.
It's been good.
That's good.
It's also been interesting because I didn't start out as the MC. I swapped with Sean after our season 1 arc ended, and so then now I'm the GM.
So what? I mean, if you can talk about it, what prompted that change? Because I always group dynamics and who's like in charge, right? And that idea of the GM as the like boss role of the game. How did that shift occur for y'all?
I think it went pretty smoothly. Sean was just like keen to play, and I was happy to try GMing because I'm working on a hack of the game, so it's nice to run it as well as play in it and see how that all works.
Yeah, I mean,
so he just like gave me his notes and
from an outside GM, outside of the GM perspective, it's interesting to see like the same game ran by two different people in the same world with the same characters.
I think the tone shifted a little.
The tone definitely shifted, yeah.
Well, what's interesting for me for Blades generally is that it is, I think, the sort of first game that was released in this sort of modern era of streamed tabletop role-playing games, and there are lots of people playing it, and it's in a shared environment. It's like the MMO of tabletop RPGs, because all of our games, right, Bloodletters and The Last Word and y'all's game and like basically all of these games, they happen in the same universe.
They share a setting.
Yeah.
It's been very interesting hearing about the various Sitaras that have existed.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is that I think that as people watch the shows, they pick up on NPCs they like, and rather than be like, I'm going to be inspired by this NPC, they're just like, yoink, bloop, put that in my game. And I was talking to Vincent about this, Vincent Baker, at PAX East, about how like Dremmer is always an asshole in every Apocalypse World game, and the idea of like, because that shared universe thing kind of started happening in
it's a lot softer in Apocalypse World, but it's there because of the names,
the name list. Yeah. So the setting is different, but the characters. Something about, and this is why names are important, right? Because people will attach to the idea of a particular name sounding a certain way and being like, oh yeah, this person's probably an asshole or probably nice or whatever, right? And then seeing them portrayed that way in various games, we start to draw on that stuff. I think it's fascinating, totally fascinating stuff. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Blades, it's a good game on its own, but definitely worth watching some of the shows that use it. I like my Blades character. It's my opportunity to spend 4 hours being a drunk asshole to my friends.
I super enjoy mine as well, because she's fucking nuts.
Yep.
It's great.
I miss my Blades character, but
now, is your character an NPC in the world that you are now GMing, or?
My character is on vacation with their bestie.
Yeah.
Because that was like already a thing that they were prone to doing. So
I would really like to see, and I think if I were to run Blades now, especially because the like special edition or whatever is out now, I would run a game not in Duskwall. I would use what is it, Uduatha, the kind of
Johnstone's one that he put out, or
it's Uduatha is like John released. I don't know if Johnstone worked on it at all, but yeah, it was it's like a second setting. It's the setting that the sword, the red sashes come from. Aruvia. Yeah, it's in Aruvia. It's a city in Aruvia.
Yeah, Johnstone did an Aruvian like playbook set.
Yeah,
that he released, I think.
Interesting.
Yeah, we just looked at it. Actually.
We were looking at it. It looks really good too. So yeah, I'm just saying I'd be down. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, so for folks who don't know who we're talking about, Johnstone is a game designer that Andrew and I both know, and that the internet at large probably knows because of the Metamorphica and Nightmares Underneath, both of which are freaking awesome. And you should definitely check it out.
He just like stealth makes books. When they're
right? Yeah, exactly. He's just like, no, I made this game. What do you think? How's your game going there, Blue Jay? I know y'all missed a week, but how's your D&D game? Are you still alive? Are you still an obnoxious gnome?
Yes, always.
Good. Is Trish still going easy on you, or?
Yes, actually.
That's good. That must be nice.
Yeah. Trish needs to step up her game.
The last time I saw that game, you were fighting a lightning spitting lizard creature. And is that game like all about drow, or it just like occasionally?
There's a lot of drow. Yeah, we're fighting a person that just like took over the entire world using the drow as their like army or something. Yeah. So they're like everywhere. Yeah.
And y'all have been playing. How long have you been in that game? Because the game's been going a while, right?
The game's been going a while, but I like stepped in as like a guest, and then Triss liked me so much that she kept me around. That's pretty much how I roll. Anyway, I think that when did I start with them? It was a couple of months ago. But the game's been going on for like a year or plus, I think.
That's cool. That's cool. I love that. That's the thing I love about those long campaigns, being able to look at them and be like, wow, we've been doing this a long time. Like this is a real thing. We've been putting a lot of time and energy into this, and having all those stories about your characters and stuff. Yeah, I dig it.
Yeah, it's pretty nifty.
I dig it. Dave, you're playing some games offline, yeah? Are you still playing D&D?
Yeah. I don't think we did this week, but yeah, I do my own stuff. I GM a game. I play sometimes over the weekends.
I would be terrified to play in a game of Dungeons and Dragons run by you, because I would just get fucking murdered. I would just die horribly. I know it. And then I'd feel really bad.
Yeah. it's hard. We've been doing some interesting stuff recently, which has been quite fun around just talking about what we want from the group, because there was like a bit of frustration of what the players kind of wanted. So it was nice to have a group who was very receptive to the idea of sitting down, talking about what we want the focus of the game to be, because we had like half the party who's just super into role playing, but like not super into having the rules get in the way of those, and the other who play more like I play my characters, where they're very, very strong mechanically, and they'll only make choices for that and then back it up kind of retroactively.
Yeah.
So I did that, and that's been a really good experience. I'm really thankful for my group for being open to that. So yes, I do make the games like very, very difficult to cater for those players, but we're going to tighten it back a little bit for the players who don't want to pick only the most optimal spells in every situation.
I think that approach is fascinating, and I see this is your, I think, default stance for games, is it's a step away from, it's not pawn stance, right? You're not like playing the game purely to play the game. You care about your character's thoughts and feelings and motivations, but you're making decisions about your character's actions mechanically as well, where you're like, my character is really strong, and I picked all these strong options, but I'm justifying them in the fiction, which I think is which is really cool. And it's hard to GM that way. It's really hard to GM that way, to be like, cool, well, I know it would be really it'd be really important to have like this challenging encounter here, but now I have to try to find a way to justify it. And the way we justified shit like that in Yawn early days of Dungeons and Dragons was that we did not. That we just put all the stupidest monsters in one place, and we're like, I don't know, fight them.
Is that what this adventure is?
That's pretty much what this adventure is. Yeah. I mean, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the gameplay map, because if you've been watching this White Plume Mountain business and you thought that we were done with this room, ho, you were wrong, my friends. You will never leave this room ever again.
This is the sequel to the sequel of Tiered Aquarium Desert Aquariums.
Exactly. This is this is inverse layer cake monster fight part 3.
We're going into hour 13.
Yeah, hour 13.
Hour 13 of fighting shit in this room.
This fucking room.
So, you know what's great about this, though, is that, you know, we're really getting a lot of content out of a vaguely rectangular room, right? Like, you know, they say you need to do interesting dungeon design to make the game fun, but I mean, I'm having a great time in this.
Every dungeon I make, every dungeon I make from now until eternity will have a layer cake monster bestiary.
Yeah, people think we're joking. No, literally, we've been in this room for almost 4 sessions.
Is it 13? Is it 13 hours? I feel like it's like 9 hours because it was like 2 sessions.
It
right?
was it was the beginning. Yeah, I think you're right. It was two 4-hour sessions plus like when you first encountered the room, I think.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it'll be we're going into
sessions in here.
This is session 4, and we'll see how. Yeah, it's 9 hours. We'll see how long this takes to deal with this, and we can test those hypotheses. So, Quesnef has revealed himself to be not halfling, but blue-skinned ogre wizard man, and blasted all of you with a cone of cold.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
Yeah, exactly. Curse, you're rolling a 1 on a deception check.
Nice.
So yeah, Kweznev emerged, black razor in hand, blasted you with a cone of cold, glowing with the influence of dark magic, and has one remaining action on account of haste, which he can take to attack. No one in range. Dash, disengage, hide, or use an object. Let me see. I don't think he has any other weapons besides black razor. He has his magical Oni glaive that transforms with him, but he's not using it.
He has a black razor. Why would he need a glaive?
Exactly. Yeah, okay, so I think he'll take the maybe the dash action. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna back up. So he's gonna go this way. All right, yeah, so tauntingly, he fires his cone of cold into the room, swirling it around, softening you up, and then falls back down that hallway, laughing and taunting you to join him in his chamber, where he will murder you with his edgiest blade. Zahiri, it is your turn. You have a big sad ogre in front of you.
I am in melee range of this ogre, and I think what I am going to do is fucking punch the living crap out of her.
Sophisticated plan, but it could work.
It's complicated, yeah, exactly.
I mean,
it's a multi-part plan involving punches.
Keep up with me, but I'm thinking, what I'm thinking is punch, and then punch again, and then flurry, punch.
All right, a series of punches, a multi-pronged attack.
Pretty sure only one of them hits.
No, three of them hit. The last 3 just punch.
Okay.
The first punch to warm him up, he blocks with one of his meaty arms, and then the other 3 just punch.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's he blocks it with his meaty arm, and then I just like knee him, and then like jump.
God, and it's so sad, right? Because he's just like groaning in pain and like falling down, and yeah, it's
a 10, 10, and 7 for 27 damage.
Okay, poor bastard.
Yeah, he doesn't have any friends, guys.
So yeah, and then you just like uppercut him in the face, and he like staggers back, and he's bleeding from his mouth, and his organs are ruptured, and you've broken his ribs, and he's just not having the best day.
Zahiri,
there's these annoying little lights flying around him. Yeah. Oh boy.
Zahiri makes the best possible like come get me stance, with like the knowing that an ogre is probably gonna miss. I don't know.
Does she do the like thing?
Yeah, it's one of those like Morpheus.
yeah.
One cannot be told what the punches are. Okay, all right. Do you have anything else you'd like to do, Zahiri?
I'm trying to remember if I have anything cool that I can do with like extra anything.
What else is even going on?
I don't even. You know what? That's probably it. I think.
Aren't your extra punches a bonus action?
Yeah, they are. But I'm trying to decide. I was trying to decide briefly there whether I wanted to use open hand to like knock him prone or make him push him away or anything. But I don't really think it's worth it.
Save it for the real.
I gotta save my key points for the guy with the big edgelord sword over there. So it's fine. I'll center my chi and summon the Iron Fist next turn. It'll be fine.
Turns out Zahiri was super rich all along. All right, Zuriel. It's your turn. You've been challenged by the keeper of Black Razor.
Yeah, how many feet away from me is this nerd?
He appears to be at the outset 60 feet.
All right. Well, I've already used my action surge in the earlier combat, so at the very least, I'm going to move 30, which gets me here, so I can at least see him now.
So Saris is a level above you, and you run under her.
Mm-hmm.
Saris actually hasn't seen the Oni yet, just the blasting shards of ice.
Yeah, and probably Zuriel is shouting something about like, "Come back here, you cowardly demon!" and is like running after this thing. Something about how the sword belongs in the temple or whatever. Some nonsense like that. And then I'll just run the rest of the way.
Okay, all right. So you run to engage the Oni.
Yeah, and then let me just double check a thing here. Running in plate mail must be very tiring.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, less tiring than you think.
Yeah. I mean, it's still heavy. Like it's like running with something heavy on your shoulders. That I think would be the tiring part.
I can only say this from experience. It sucks, but it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah.
I think I'll just...
I imagine chainmail would almost be worse because it's all the weight on your shoulders. It's
It
not
is
like
worse.
strapped on anywhere else. Yeah.
It's worse.
Yeah, plate at least is like a finely crafted,
even weight
that is
distribution.
well-balanced.
Yeah, totally. Whereas chainmail is like it's like when you go to the dentist and they put the big lead thing on you and you're like, it's like that, but all over your body.
I'm gonna use my second wind to recover 1d10 plus my fighter level.
All right, roll well. Good luck.
Because my fighter level is 8, so that gives me a 15 HP boost, which puts me at 66.
Cool. All right. Is that it, Serial? Yeah. All right.
That's it.
Yowl.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Okay.
your turn.
Make him give me his sword.
So I was thinking about this. There's not just going to be one person or entity who makes the decision of whether he gives you the sword, right? The sword probably doesn't want to be given or it'll work because the sword is like a sentient magic item, right? We already know this.
Yep. Yeah. Black Razor. Black Razor is indeed a sentient magic item. You can make like a history check or something to know more about its motivations.
Yeah,
could take
I'll
your
try and
turn.
I'll try and do that.
Take your turn.
Oh,
to
take
sprout
my
your-
turn to
It would
do
take an
history.
action. Yeah. You can't just do it for you. You'd have to rack your brain and be like, what do I know about this thing?
Okay. I'll have a think about doing that. But
I'll think about thinking about it. It is an option, just so you know.
yeah, until then, let me just double check. Yeah, you're within 60 feet. Okay, so I'm gonna move 30.
Okay.
I'm gonna haste you as well, so you're at least on equal footing. Bloop. There you go, in case you forgot what it was in between sessions. And that means my dancing lights disappear, unfortunately. And since I'm really fast, I don't want to stay in the corridor because I don't remember how many times you can kind of crawl. So I'm gonna just like go around the corner.
All right. So, Zuriel, you hear the high speed playing of the slute. And
The high-speed guitar licks.
yeah, you hear the shredding of the slute behind you, and the mighty yowl as you feel the world slow around you.
Yeah, thanks for that salute callback.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, the ogre, the great sad ogre, is going to lash out with his great club, roaring in pain and suffering, trying to stop this horrible creature from beating him to death. I wonder if he would attack you or the snake. The snake attacked him last turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're punching him to death. He's going to try to smush you with his club. So he swings out with the great club. Rah! And he misses real bad. And you dodge it with ease, and he slams it into the wall. And that's it for the ogre. I think both for this turn and
Hard
probably for the
ogre.
rest of his life.
Uh-huh.
Saris, it is your turn.
So I just saw Zuriel go down there and be like, demon, blah blah blah. And that's exactly what I heard. And I don't know what to do. What do? I say I told you so. And
Fair.
because I feel that's very important.
Yeah, I mean, you can't even really... You can kind of see the ogre from where you're standing, but not quite.
No,
You can't. Yeah, you just hear roaring and
Yeah.
smashing and sad noises.
Yeah, roaring, smashing, and sad noises. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
What do? Oh no. I could just could I like lean over the doorway and get like a view on what's down there?
If you lie down and lean over the edge and then look, because it's under you, so you'd have to go prone and like...
Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay.
If your
And then-
intent is to like cast a spell down the hallway, I don't really think you can be lying down and
What if it's
moving
just a cantrip?
If it doesn't have somatic components, rock and roll. If it has somatic components, you can't cast it
I'm a
lying down, hanging
warcaster.
halfway upside down.
I'm a warcaster. I could totally do that.
I don't think it says that. Just tell me what does Warcaster give you?
It means that you can perform the somatic components of the spell even when you have weapons or a shield in one or both hands. So even when my hands are occupied, I can still.
It requires that you have freedom of movement, though. I think lying on your stomach, hanging upside down. maybe I'll let you make a check to cast. Like, and if you can succeed, you can cast it. But it's like, yeah, you would be like lying on top, like, because, yeah, I don't know.
What if you did the hand signs upside down? What if you accidentally did a nega cantrip
Oh
on
no,
yourself?
nega cantrips.
Oh man,
What if you produced
a
flame in
pertnack.
yourself?
You don't want to accidentally cast a pertnack. Yeah, I think no. I think lying prone, hanging upside down, but from your waist, probably not so much. You could jump down though.
I don't want to do that. It seems dangerous.
I know, but life is dangerous.
Down there is dangerous. I don't know. I'm gonna
Blue
go.
Jay,
I'm gonna go
we're in a
find my
dungeon.
lady.
Everywhere is dangerous.
Everything is dangerous.
10, 30.
This is the danger zone. We are in a zone of danger.
Yeah,
I
you left the
don't
highway.
believe
You've
that.
taken the off ramp.
I'm gonna go find my lady and be like, "Hey, what's up over here?" That's my move. That's.
Are you gonna go and watch Zahiri kill an ogre?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Well,
go
I mean,
watch
maybe
the
your
video.
constrictor snake can do it.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, constrictor snake.
it's gonna constrict.
What's it gonna do?
It's gonna.
It's gonna
constrict.
move and then constrict. 'Cause remember, it's like kind of below, so you want
Yeah.
to move it up there and
It
then
has
try to.
movement. Mhm.
Okay, all right. So it slithers, kind of like coiling up on itself, slithers up behind the ogre, and then go ahead and make that attack.
I don't think I have the snake.
You should.
I have a tiger, giant octopus, and dire wolf.
Okay, I'll do it then. Constrict attack.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Snake.
The ogre. So I don't know if it's ironic or fitting. The ogre, who has never known the hug of a friend, is hugged to death by a giant constrictor snake. So while he's trying to smash you, Zahiri, the snake slithers up behind him and then zips around him, and he's like, ugh, and like grabs it and tries to pull it off, and it just slowly like does that thing where it's all kind of like coiling around him. He's like, and he starts to turn blue and like clutch at his throat, and then you hear the crunching of his ribs as the snake breaks him.
And then the snake eats the ogre.
It starts to, yeah, and his big mouth
starts
just
to
bomb,
attempt to eat the ogre.
and just starts jamming, and it dislocates its jaw.
The idea of a snake that is large enough to eat an ogre is terrifying.
Fucking terrifying, yeah.
And I would love to possess such a thing.
Like an ogre is like the size of like a Volkswagen Beetle, basically,
Yeah.
and this is a snake big enough to eat that. So
It's great. It's good.
Woof.
Years later, Zahiri will show someone a picture that she drew of this snake eating this ogre, but they'll think it's a hat.
So the snake begins slowly to eat the ogre. All right. So let's see. Quesnef, mighty Quesnef. I know what Quesnef is going to do.
You know, Quesnef is somewhat dragged down by the fact that his name is really.
Was he named by someone just mashing their face across a keyboard?
Listen, don't talk shit about Quesnef, okay?
Was he named
He
by
comes from a long line of
Thank you.
well-named characters like
Look.
Caraptus. So
Yes. Mighty Quesnef.
let's see. His name is Kyotengulk.
See, it sounds like one of those things where like the people who played this the first time were like, yeah, what's the halfling's name? Or like, what's his name? I'm gonna talk to him. And the DM was like,
Kyotengulk.
fucking
he's-
Quesnef, yeah.
Was Neff?
Yeah. It's the Jesse Cox school of naming things where he just thinks of syllables and then that's it.
Exactly.
All right, so Quesnef, mighty Quesnef, he's going to use his haste action to disengage. And then he's going to move 30 feet. So he runs around the corner. And then that's it. He's done his turn.
Yeah, except he's ready to like fireball to my face when I charge.
Zahiri.
Okay, where is Mighty Quesnef? Let me see.
Over this, he's over here.
He's over yonder.
Way the fuck over here.
Okay, he's over yonder. Now let me do some measuring. Okay, he's too far. I am going to hop down, and on my way by, give my lovely friend Saris a peck on the cheek, and run down here.
Okay, you have slow fall, so you don't have to worry about.
Nope, I don't. Yeah. I don't have to worry about any of the falling damage because slow fall is great. I agilely make my way to exactly here, and I'm out of move. So that's it.
Okay, all right. Zuriel. Oh, I should put a haste timer on here for.
So, Adam.
Yeah.
I know that he is going to cast a spell at me or do something horrible and cruel when I come around the corner. But I just want you to know that all of my bonds, ideals, and flaws, etc., are being triggered by me doing this. I just have to go and fight him. I have to.
All right.
I'm going to do it. So Zuriel is just gonna like get in here.
All right.
Where's he at?
Nowhere. The room is empty. Bum bum bum.
He has gone invisible, or has escaped the room somehow.
Yeah, the room is empty. So with a mighty speed, you fly into the room and find nothing.
I slam the door shut behind me.
Okay.
Wait. What?
Yeah, he's gone. The room's empty.
And then I'm just flip over every object in this room trying to find him.
You close the door behind you?
Yeah, so that he's locked in. He's trapped in here with me. I'm not trapped.
Right. He flips over a tray full of boiling oil on you. Okay, let me jump onto the lighting layer and I'll close that door.
Yeah, and I want to spend my action, if I may, to like search this room.
Well, you got to move around. We're still in combat, so you can only search what's directly adjacent to you.
Okay, well, that was like a tiny fraction of my movement, and so I will go over here and search in this area because this is like a painting or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'll like.
Sure. Yeah. So you like yank the painting off the wall and you're throwing pillows around.
Yeah.
And in the vicinity of where you're at, you can see nothing. There's nothing there.
Okay.
Nothing. All right. Yowl avec les ombres. It's your turn.
Hey, do you remember how you said we were going to roll this? This is exactly that way. We do not win this fight. We 1v1 in the face of the dining.
1v1 me in the hot room.
Fucking
Oh,
fight me,
jeez.
Tony, douchebag.
Fucking fight me.
Yeah.
And yeah, Zuriel is like, you hear Zuriel yelling like, "Face me, coward!" and like things getting like clattered and thrown around. Yeah.
So
Yeah, she definitely like stabs a pillow with her sword and like fires it off into the ceiling.
I think she's mad.
yeah, Zuriel, we can't help you if you. What can I do? And the answer is because I have built the worst bard ever. Nothing, because all my spells are concentration, and you're already hasted. So what I will do is I don't even have any items. If I was playing a full character, I'd do something really stupid, like throw a bunch of caltrops on the floor so I'd see if it got disturbed, or like some dust, or like flour.
Bag of flour, yeah.
Or
Whoosh.
chalk.
Yeah, do you have anything useful?
No. Characters don't start with anything.
Harsh.
Harsh jokes indeed. Oh
You're
dear.
hasted. That's my entire use. And then when you get the sword, I'm just going to retire the character. Or just play as the sword.
No,
Like,
the reason I get the
yes.
sword is so that you can do other things.
The character becomes a hollow shell.
I mean, at that point, you just haste the T-Rex, right? And then
Yeah.
Yeah, hey,
Yeah.
this
Two
T-Rex,
people
that's
get
a great
haste.
idea.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold an action.
Okay.
And the action's going to be. I have no reason to believe that it's invisible. Cool.
It's true.
I mean, it could just be that there's like
I'll Eldritch Blast it. I don't know. Sorry, I'm a little bit laggy. Did I speak over you, Andrew?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I probably talked over you, but...
Yeah, I'll hold an Eldritch Blast if I see an Oni.
Okay. All right. Saris?
So yeah, I got over here and then my fey creature or fey spirit snake just murdered this
chow
ogre
down on this ogre.
and then started to eat it. And then Zahiri was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back where you were." I'm like, all right. So yeah, I guess like me and my snake friend are gonna make our way back to where I was before.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna still be upstairs because I don't want to be
You can
down
just
there. It's
plug the
scary.
hallway with the giant snake that has an ogre in it.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
So the snake is going to abandon its attempt to eat the ogre.
I mean, like
it takes more than 6 seconds to snakes take forever to eat things.
That's true. I guess I can like I look at a snake and I'm like, snake,
Put that
who is
down.
really a fey spirit. Like we got better things to do. You can eat it later. It'll still be fresh, I swear. And I know in my heart of hearts that this fey spirit is not going to have time to go back and eat that ogre.
So on snack turn, snack will just follow you up.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So back in combat battle room, Kweznev makes his presence known as he moves as one of his actions, appears behind you, and then black razors you a bunch of times. So he has advantage on the first swing because it's what reveals him.
Great, I have AC 22.
Okay. Black razor. Gotcha. All right, so it hits you for, let's see, 18 slashing damage.
Okay, cool.
So that was the first one with advantage. So yeah, you feel the cold bite of Black Razor as he slashes your back, attacking you from behind like the coward that he is. And then, driven by a lust for souls, he Black Razors you once again. This time doesn't have advantage. And he misses. So you manage to turn.
Get my shield up or whatever.
Yeah, get the shield up, and then Black Razor slams into the shield. And as it crashes into your shield, it leaves a gouge in it, and you can see frost, like lines of frost, kind of emerging from the attack.
Right. What kind of damage am I taking? Slashing?
Just slashing. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I have 3 more HP. Then yeah. Great.
Yep. Cool. Okay. Oh, but hold on. It's magical damage. So does your...
As long as your type is slashing,
it doesn't matter. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. And then he gets a third attack because he's an Oni, so he does multi-attack. So here comes that third attack. And then another 14.
No,
No, 22.
20.
Oh, I got 20. Yeah, that's right, because this one doesn't have advantage. Okay. All right. Zahiri, it is your turn.
Well, it's time to try and help my friend.
Can I just take a second and say that the sword devours your soul and it's fucking badass?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's metal as
Yeah.
fuck.
I love it.
The sword devours your soul. Okay, so this hallway is okay. I can get down to the door.
Oh, apparently you do take that full damage.
Really?
Supposedly, yeah. I'll double check though.
So I make my way down to the door, and can I just open it? Like it was only closed, right? So.
The doors are like stuck. So I don't think it's actually even closed. I think it's just kind of like.
Okay, so I push it open.
Yeah, you can just push it. Because the doors are all too big for their frames now. So you can just shove it open.
It does say non-magical weapons.
Okay.
Should I?
So you take that extra.
Okay,
that
yeah.
extra damage is. Okay.
The real question is, should I engage here or should I hang back until I can move in and attack? Yeah, I'm going to step into the room like around this corner.
Okay.
But I don't think me being in melee is necessarily a better idea than Andrew just tanking another, couple of hits because my AC is way lower. And then me coming in the next round. I think that's what I'll do. So I move into the room, and that's more than my movement, so we're good. It's 2 moves. I can't do anything else. Oh wait. I can move into melee, and then I can use a key point to patient defense, a bonus action dodge.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
All right.
Disadvantage for things that attack me.
Sounds good. Zuriel.
All right. Well, I'm gonna hit it with a disarming attack,
Ooh.
Okay.
or at least I'm gonna try to. So it triggers off of when I hit. So I'll make my first sword attack.
You miss.
I'll make my second longsword attack.
Okay, so the two of you are sword fighting, basically. Like, you're lunging at him, and Black Razor is moving with unnatural speed. This would be intense to watch, because you're both hasted. So there's just, from the two of you, you're moving normal speed. Like, he's blocking every time you take a swing. Zahiri, you're just seeing this blur of the two swords, and like a blast of sparks, and they're just flying around. Yeah. That'd be horrifying. And you're just like, I'm gonna get, okay.
No, I'm like in melee going like, okay, if it turns around, I'll see it turn around.
It's like sticking your hand in a blender to get something out of it. Like you've dropped something in a garburator.
Yeah,
my fingers.
But I'm
Okay,
also a super
and so
badass. Like,
I'm gonna
true, you are.
spend my bonus action to do a fainting attack.
Okay, so it was like you got attack, haste attack.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have your two regular attacks.
And then my haste attack can be this one. So I'm spending a bonus action first to do my fainting attack. So I expend 1 superiority die and use the bonus action to faint, choosing a creature within 5 feet of me as a target. I have advantage on my next attack roll against the creature. And so, yeah, she's been like sparring with this guy, and it's all to like corral him into a certain position where I then like make this lunge that like fakes him out, and he goes to block it, and then I'm like, aha, and I get to hit him more easily. So
the feint, you spend a die just to get advantage against a target.
And then if I hit with the next attack that I hit it with, if I hit it with my next attack, I get the superiority die added to it. So
what is it that gives you advantage?
Using fainting attack.
Okay,
It's a bonus action. It gives me advantage on my next.
Oh, I see. So it's called fainting attack, but it's not an attack. It's just you spend your bonus action.
Yeah. To fake
and then the
him
next
out
attack
and hit
that
him
you get.
with
Okay, so the bonus action is like a lunge, and then you swing out and you hit.
Is it 26 a hit?
Yes.
Great. I will also disarming attack.
Wait, can you do both on one thing?
Doesn't say I can't.
It just seems like there's like a lot going on one attack. Let me take a look. And these are all fighter
These are all fighter things.
Stuff.
Yeah. Maneuvers.
Let me see. Oh, the SRD doesn't have all of that stuff.
Oh no, I can only use 1 maneuver per attack.
That's what.
But then this one, I guess
you can't feint and disarm, and you already fainted. So
okay, well whatever. I faint for 12. Oh, plus D8. So I faint for a total of 17 damage.
Nice. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So the two of you clashing, smashing your weapons together. Yowl.
I outsmart him, Adam.
You do.
I'm too smart for him.
Yeah. You lunge. You go left when he thinks you're gonna go right, and then you slash him across the arm, and his black oni blood splatters on the floor. Yowl, what are you gonna do? Sit very still.
Ooh, maybe Dave's frozen.
Did we lose a Dave?
We might have lost the Dave.
No.
Dave's here.
No,
Dave. Hi.
no, sorry, I was just thinking. Hello.
It was both. Okay. Well, yeah. What do you want to do?
I feel like I can't fear him anywhere because you got him surrounded. How far did I move anyway? Because it lagged out when I was doing that. Oh, 40 feet. Okay, that's too far. Okay, well, I can't move that far this round anyway. So I move 30, place myself squarely in the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing could get past me theoretically if they were to, like, I don't know. Try
Yeah,
to
he's
invisible.
big enough. He's big enough. He'd have to like push you out of the way or something. He'd have to stop to take an action. Yeah.
Yeah. And what can I see through? Can I see him through the doorway? I'm not sure where the square sight lines are. It's sort of in the middle.
If you're in the hall, yeah, if you were there, you could see him. Yeah.
Yeah, because the door is in the middle of the two squares. I could probably still be in the way there, and I can see him. So I'm going to let's just go for a superpowered dissonant whispers, I think. Yeah, let's just cast it at super high level. My 4th level spell slots are useful for great invisibility. That's also let's just cast it at 4th level. Make a wisdom save, please.
Okay.
Oni-chan.
Okay, he gets a +1 on top of whatever I roll here.
Did you just call him Oni-chan?
Oni-chan. Oh!
Yeah, of course. Oh, fuck you, Jesus.
Yeah, no, not so much. He's
All right,
fine.
well,
Yeah.
you still are
Just-
racked with psychic damages.
Yeah, he
just
takes
take 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah, half round down. For 12.
So he like grabs at his head and turns and kind of like snarls in your direction, but he's not fucking around. He's doing okay.
Hey, chat. Quick reminder: if we're not doing a thing, and you're not giving us a page number, we're probably going to ignore you. Also, the sword is concentrating on the spell. It's okay.
Yeah, let's make that real clear. There's no concentration checks for his haste. The sword is the one that
It's
cast
fine.
it. Sarah.
If you hit the sword with your sword, no, wait.
No.
Does that?
No, damaging the sword is not fun.
Saris, it is your turn. You and Snack Friend.
So yeah, me and Snack Friend are at the end of this long hallway, and everyone's gone in, and there's sounds of fighting. And like I look up at Snack Friend, and I look down at the hallway, and I'm like, "You're not gonna fit in there, are you?"
He could squeeze. He could squeeze into the hallway, like
He could
just jam himself in
I mean,
there.
he is a snake, I guess.
That's a
like,
fire hazard, but yes, he could do it.
I love the idea of
I know.
being like,
Come on, buddy.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I'm like, are you gonna fit in there? And
The snake just looks at you and does one of these, like
no. I thought you
It's
said
funny
it
because
could.
this is like a clear weirdness in the size rolling where like, yeah, it's a huge creature, but like it's a snake.
no, but he can squeeze.
it's a
You
big
can
long
squeeze into an area smaller than you, but it just it's
I'm gonna
snake
look at my Snack Friend, and I'm gonna be like, no, you can do it. You can do it. You're a snake. Go ahead. I'll follow you.
let's
So
see.
yeah, I'm gonna have the snake go through the hallway before me and like swarm down and like approach Yowl, and there's just this massive snake, and it like looks at Yowl, and then it like it's like, oh hey, and goes as far as it can into the room. I
Here we
guess.
go. Squeezing into a smaller space. So a large creature can go through a passage only 5 feet wide. You can go through one size smaller. Yeah, so you could squeeze. While squeezing, terrain becomes difficult, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls and dexterity saving throws
Terrain becomes difficult.
for the person doing the squeezing, right? So it
Yeah,
just
so
double.
Move at half their rate.
So how long is it gonna take the snake to get down this hallway?
I don't know.
What's its movement speed?
30.
So it would take 2 turns for the snake to get down the hallway.
Well, no, it's 30. It can move 60. So yeah, it would move 30 if that's all it does.
Well, I mean, it would take 2 turns for the snake to get down the hallway, is what I'm hearing. Yeah?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The snake starts coming down the hallway behind me. I'm like, oh my god, what are you doing? I don't want to go in the room.
So Saris, you're
I'm gonna wait
what
for
are,
the
so
snake
you're
to
not
get
what are you
down.
doing for your turn?
I'm gonna wait for the snake. My turn is wait here.
Okay, so you're skipping your turn.
Yes.
Okay, all right, and then you're just gonna let the snake
I'm
start.
gonna let the snake go down the hallway.
All right, so the snake moves 5 feet to the edge of the door, so he's got 25 feet left. So then he goes 20 right there, and then he's like jammed in the hall. So you turn, Yell, and you just see Snakehead taking up the whole hallway, like his little face, as his body jams his head down this hall.
There's like chubby python cheeks.
Yeah, his face is getting like pulled back, all like meh, as he like mushes his head into the hole, and then he's gonna go another 20. He can go another 15 feet. So basically, like
the snake is longer than the hallway, right?
The thing is that the snake should be able to unravel and get through the hallway no problem, but because the snake is technically huge, we have to.
The snake's head is as big as the door, right? It's like it's got to jam itself in there no matter what. It's a huge fucking snake. Yeah, so he's just like cramming himself in there, and he just fills the whole hallway.
It's great. It looks probably really.
And then
scary.
and then he gets stuck, and then you all suffocate because he fills the hallway. No, he's fine. So he's jamming his way in there. Cool. All right, Quesnef, mighty Quesnef. At the beginning of his turn, regenerates some hit points. So you can see his wounds like from where you slashed him, Zuriel, like closing up. This would be like on his turns, we could hear the kind of like Mordor like hissing kind of noise in his head, like as Black Razor like whispers to him. And let's see, he can do some more stuff. What's he gonna do? He's gonna just attack or do something tricky.
Should probably attack.
Oh, I know what he's gonna do.
Me.
Zuriel, can you make a wisdom save at DC 13, please? A DC 13 wisdom save. He turns and stares into your eyes, his eyes glowing with a strange yellow light.
Cool.
Nice. You can feel the like influence of his mind slipping into yours, and then you're able to like grit your teeth and shake it off.
Yeah, I'm too real for that shit.
Yeah. Okay, so he used his action to cast a spell. Didn't do anything for him. He's still got a haste action and a move. So for his haste action, I think he's gonna attack. He gets frustrated. He's like, no, because the magic doesn't work. And so he raises Black Razor to teach you a lesson about resisting him and his mighty will. You don't resist Quesnef. Resistance is futile. Here comes the Black Razor. Nope. He misses.
Okay.
Wow, that's a bad roll.
Hold up.
It's a +10. Yeah.
I'm going to expand my reaction
Okay.
to riposte.
Okay.
So when a creature misses me with a melee attack, I can use my reaction and expend one superiority die to make a melee weapon attack against it. And if I hit, I get my superiority die to the damage roll.
Nice.
And it's
Is it 20 a hit?
advantage as well.
A 20 is a hit, yes.
Great. So I deal.
This uses up your feint, remember?
It
I
does.
deal
I thought
14
they
damage.
already used their paint.
Yeah, I already used my feint, so it's just regular attack now, Dave.
Okay. Right, it's the first he's been feinted against.
Yeah, so he snarls in anger over his tusk-like
goes to
teeth.
punch me, and I just like turn aside the blade and then like slash him across his chest.
Yeah, and he like staggers back a half step, like grabs at his chest and sneers at you like, maybe this is a worthy opponent after all. And then y'all are gonna cheat and interrupt his cool duel with his friend here, Zahiri. It's your turn.
This is one of those moments where Zahiri goes like, "Sup?" and then just like lays into him.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Punch.
Mm-hmm.
Flurry punch, and punch again.
Okay, you hit him twice. The first two.
Cool. So first one is 5 damage, second one is 6 damage,
Okay.
and he needs to make a dexterity saving throw or be knocked prone.
All right. What's the DC?
14.
Okay, and he gets one higher than whatever I roll here. He's fine.
Yeah.
This guy's save and throw city.
Jesus, Adam.
Yep. Okay. Anything else, Zahiri?
Um,
Not to downplay the like multiple punching, but
I mean, I use a lot of actions to
Yeah.
do the punching, so no, I don't have anything. That was my bonus
Okay.
and other stuff.
Zuriel,
Okay. A sword.
you miss
A sword.
again. The two of you
A
are just
sword.
yeah, like you're both like taking all these swings and just not hitting because I think you're both just like intensely good at fighting. So
I feel like the only reason I landed hits was because they're busy haste
yeah,
fighting.
exactly. Yeah, you're punching him in the back.
He was like, he tends to kind of swing this way, so I'm gonna put a punch
I'll
in
just
there and-
I'll just put a foot in the back of his knee.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. Yeah, and he's pissed because he's like he probably thinks he could take Zuriel if you weren't like fucking with him so much, right? He's just like he raises his weapon to strike and you like hit him in the back of the elbow and he's like and like turns.
Yeah, it's one of those moments of like, oops, your finger slipped. Like,
Awesome. Yeah, that's rad. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and I yell at him that he's not, fit to wield the mighty blade of Black Razor, and that's my turn.
Okay, cool. It's a free action to taunt him. Yowl, it is your turn.
I'm gonna use
Yeah, it would be really obnoxious trying to fight someone with a sword while you have someone else just like hitting your pressure points from behind you. Terrible.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
Pow pow.
All right,
The Eldritch Blast.
the first Eldritch Blast does indeed hit.
5 whole damages.
Nice. All right, he takes 5 damage from Eldritch Blast.
And I'm like, oh, I need to move out of this hallway so it doesn't come up and break my concentration. And then I look and there's this snake, and I'm like, well, fuck that. And I like close the door.
Like on the other side.
Yeah, I like close it. I'm like, he's not coming through here now. I'll just hold the door closed. Just let him beat the shit out of him.
Dave,
Okay.
can you inspire me, please, so that I can hit this thing? Please inspire me.
Odd. Yeah, okay, have some.
And it's a bonus action to give out an inspiration die.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it is
Holy hope.
Saris. It's your turn.
I'm gonna follow the snake down the tunnel.
Okay. Nice.
I don't think that and then I'll cast Shillelagh on my club.
Okay. All right. So if you take the time to like climb down and not jump down, you don't take any damage.
Yeah. I have time. I can't go double
Yeah.
anyway.
Okay. And then you cast Shillelagh.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You now wield the best named weapon in the game, the Shillelagh.
Yeah.
You're ready to
it's
go.
better than Black
And you're
Razor,
just
that's
staring
for
up snake ass.
sure.
There's just massive snake butt right in your way.
I don't think that's how snake butts work, but
The
all
rear
right.
tail end of the snake. It's the snake's butt.
Okay. Yeah.
The snake will continue to move towards your friend here. So there's 30. Hi. The door's closed, so it stops. So
We
Yell.
haven't opened the door.
The
yet?
snake can't open the door, so it has no arms.
Wait, did Zahiri open the door?
No, Yowl just closed it.
You
so,
closed the
so
door.
I closed it.
Yowl, you have your right shoulder against the door. The snake is on the left side of you, just like his giant face, like right up against
I
you.
can't see that the door is closed. So I'm
No.
just
Snake
telling
eyes.
the snake. I'm just like, go. Like,
And the
just
snake
do
just
it.
it gives you this placid look, Yowl, and just like flicks its tongue out a couple of times.
tastes the air.
I flick my tongue out at him back.
And then, of course,
I
it's
imagine like
in
through
parcel
the gated thing, like
Yeah, and the door opens into the hallway too. So to open it, you'll have to like move to like let the snake.
yeah.
All right.
Just like, yeah. Stop.
All right, so you're all smooshed in there, snake-wise. Okay, Quesnef. Quesnef regains some hit points. And then let's attack. So Zahiri, you're not dodging anymore. So I think Quesnef is gonna go after you.
motherfucker.
Because you're like, punching him and kicking him, and he's just like, okay, hold the fucking phone. And he like,
Bam!
yeah, he just gives Zuriel the like, hang on a second, and then turns Black Razor on you and makes 3 attacks.
Okay.
So first attack, second attack. Ooh, we got a 30. Jesus. So are you still alive after the first 2?
Yeah. I'm still alive.
So you take 39 from the first
39.
hit.
Yeah.
And then the second one, another 15.
39 plus 15. Carry the. I'm down. 0.
Okay.
That means that
So yeah, let's talk about Black Razor here. Now I'm gonna let you keep playing, but Zahiri, your soul is devoured by Black Razor. I don't know how that's gonna change the way you envision your character.
So
your
no
body
saving-
may be able to recover, but your soul is now the property of Black Razor.
Wait, does this mean no saving throws?
This is it. Yeah, you just instant kill at 0 by Black Razor. You devour its soul unless it is a construct or undead. A creature whose soul is devoured by Black Razor can be restored to life only by a wish spell. When it devours a soul, Black Razor grants temporary hit points equal to the slain creature's hit point maximum.
No.
What are you at max hit points?
52.
52? All right.
Oh my
This is-
god.
As long as these temporary hit points last and you keep Black Razor in hand, you have advantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. If you hit an undead with the weapon, you take necrotic damage and the target regains it. You don't hear this, but you feel it, I think. As Zahiri has Black Razor plunged into her heart. And it glows as this Oni is empowered by Black Razor's dark magic.
I like to think there's not a single noise. It is Zahiri going like, okay, I got this. Okay, I'm gonna hit him here, and then he just turns around and goes and just pulls it out, and she just falls over.
Yeah.
I think what happened is I was like kind of like, having fun, like pushing the snake down a hallway, and then I got my club and I shillelied, and it was like glowing with green and like olive and orange, like autumnal colors,
Mhm.
like the staff. And then like you see her pause for a second, and like she takes in a breath, and then the staff goes like this like murky purple.
Yeah.
There's definitely a moment of Zahiri's mouth opening as she's stabbed, and it's just like you can see the sword. Something happens to the sword, like some kind of like signifier that it's drawing, energy, and she just falls over. When she hits the ground, there isn't even a noise. She just falls over.
Yeah.
There's no gasping for air. There's no like.
Your body. I think your body is like hurt, obviously, by the blow, but it's just that. Yeah, Black Razor is just like, I'll just take your soul, thank you, and just yanks it out of your body. And yeah, I mean, I think because again, we've had this thing where we want to keep playing these characters. I think that after all of this is said and done, a soulless version of Zahiri can be recovered.
I already have ideas.
You got some thoughts? All right, perfect. All right, well let's take a break there. I think that's a great place to do that.
Assuming we live.
And and we'll come back and see what happens next in just a couple of minutes. Stick around. More White Plume Mountain after this.